Hey internet dwellers, I am logged on for 11. Whoa, camera there. Yeah, whatever. Mishaps. I'm logged on for 11, aka Joe Maven. I remain. And welcome to another video of mine. If you didn't watch it yet, could you not? I just made a short film of mine, which I directed, that I put as my entry to Regal Short Film Showdown's film festival. I entered in and submitted as my film, which that short was Role of a Detective. Yes. Now, to move on to this video. Why the heck am I doing this video now? Well, for one thing, I haven't had a video in a while where I just talk to you people. I mean, the last one I did was with Austin Haver, that handsome devil right there. Where we talked about Spider-Man Homecoming, which is still good if you haven't seen it. Go watch it, along with other movies. You should go see, like, Baby Driver, go see Baby. But I am talking to you personally one-on-one, and I don't really usually do that a lot. I want to change that and have this video be that. And I want to talk about something that is near and dear to my heart, that I really love, and what I think was like the greatest time of my life, more equally than how my time is right now, is my childhood. Yay! I really miss being a kid, even though now I'm just a man kid. I mean, I have my Doctor Who pajamas on right here. Wow, look at them legs. No, let's not look at them. That's a baby ape's legs. Let's not look at that. Yeah. But, yeah, my childhood, I loved it. I love being a kid. I don't think you should ever lose that childlike innocence to you. I don't think it should overtake you, which is something I struggle with a little bit. It's hard to, because I like being childish, because I miss it. You shouldn't have it be just you. You should have adult tendencies within you too, but you shouldn't also lose your child in you entirely. And that was Joe's daily dose of wisdom. Take it or leave it. No refunds. No refunds. No. Keep. As we all, once we all become adults, we later soon realize the world is pretty crummy. It really is, especially now. But that's why I think we deserve more laughter and giggles and good things in this world, and things to cheer us up from the bleakness in the world we see now. And to do that, I thought, what better way than to talk about things that we loved in our childhood, and maybe still do, definitely for me. And I thought in this video, I would talk about things that I loved in my childhood and still do, because, okay, man child. Alright, so number 5 is Harry Potter and Marvel. Now, I put these two things together, and the lowest on my sort of list, because as a kid I didn't really watch the Harry Potter movies or read the books. I didn't read the books until I think I was 12 or 11, around that time when I started reading the books. Shame on me. The reason why it is on this list is because of my older sister. She is one of the biggest Harry Potter fans I know, but I've found a love for it now as I've grown. But I saw through it as the second little brother that she had. Like, I saw through it, and like the love that she had, I looked at it and was like, wow, that's cool, oh yay, yeah. I don't want to say that I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, because my sister will say, no, Joe, you're not. But that's why it's low on this sort of list, because I still grew up with it. Like, I saw trailers of other movies attached to those movies, those trailers for new Harry Potter movies that are coming out. I did grow up with them, even though I didn't heavily grow up with them as kids, since I didn't watch movies or read the books. But they were around. I am a Hufflepuff, but that's because like if I say like if I chose a faction of what Harry Potter house I'd be in, it'd be Hufflepuff because. And along with Harry Potter, on sorta the fifth spot on the sorta list of mine here are my favorite movies and TV shows I loved in my childhood is Marvel related things. I think I watched a couple Marvel movies. I'm the hugest Marvel fan that you see today. I'm a huge Marvel fan, but that's because of the MCU cinematic universe. I can't talk about this without proper attire. Because in my childhood, part what did make me start to grow to be the great, big, humongous, mega Marvel fan that you see before you now is through X-Men, specifically, of all things, Wolverine, which I think I started loving exactly in 2009 when there was this cartoon show. I remember exactly what the title of this cartoon show was. It was on Nickelodeon. It was Wolverine and the X-Men, and I loved it. And there was this one character that I really loved, and that was Wolverine. I didn't watch the X-Men movies, I think until I think it was until I was 13 years old. Yeah, because it was very scary. It was very scary to me. Even as a little kid, I saw like posters just like similar to Harry Potter and why they're matched together in this sort of list. I think I saw bits and pieces as a little kid of the first Spider-Man movie and maybe Spider-Man 2. I'm not the biggest Spider-Man fam. I know he has a fam, but he's not my fam. Now, the fourth sorta spot on my sorta list is Indiana Jones / E.T. / just Steven Spielberg in general. If there was any director whose name I knew besides George Lucas, it was Steven Spielberg. And especially now, even more so I think now, Steven Spielberg is my inspiration for filmmaking, for directing. Whenever I think of the director that I want to be, even though I could not be him, I don't think anyone could be him because it's Spielberg. No one can match him. Is Spielberg. Someone who can manage to take on a bunch of genres is Spielberg. He's not just a one-trick pony. He doesn't do one thing. A lot of directors do, and there's some that do that, but are good at that. Hitchcock is a great example. He just did horror, and it still worked out. He's listed as one of the greatest directors of all time. But Steven Spielberg, he's done family films, he's done comedy films, and adventure movies, sci-fi movies, some of the best sci-fi movies cinema has ever been privileged to have, and horror, Jaws, and he was producer and helped on the production of Twilight Zone movie and Poltergeist. So yeah, he's a man that can mix everything, and like he will always be my favorite director of all time. I mean, like, I'll say like, oh, I love Spike Jonze, oh, I love Damien Chazelle, but no, nothing can beat him. He's close to my childhood, but it's not just me having nostalgia goggles on my face. It's just, he's great. And with that, I talk about a movie that he created that is a great big part of my childhood. Oh, talk about a hero that I watched as a child in my childhood. I think when I was like 9, and since the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull came out in 2008, and when it was announced, I think it was either 2006 or 2007, around that time. I didn't hate it. I loved it because it's indie. It's Indiana Jones. Come on. He was my biggest hero, which is funny because I look at him older now, the character now, and he's a very flawed character. But flawed characters are interesting. I mean, if they are pixie perfect all the time, they'd be kind of boring. So they need to have a sort of darkness within them, so that with that darkness, we'll appreciate the light within them even more so. The other one that I watched as a kid first time and I loved completely was also, as well, Steven Spielberg's venture to Hollywood movies, was E.T. If there's any movie that I count as my childhood movie, it is E.T. And it's why, someday I might make a list of my favorite movies of all time, but I think it's my 5th favorite movie of all time. I mean, the times when it wants you to cry, at least for me, it makes me cry. The times it wants me to feel uplifted, it makes me feel uplifted as heck. Yeah, I love Steven Spielberg. Like, just his name is my childhood. Not just Indy, not just E.T., it's just Spielberg. And now, the third sorta spot on my sorta list of my favorite TV shows and movies that I loved in my childhood is SpongeBob SquarePants. Oh boy. I'm obsessed with a lot of things. Maybe watched me over the years. Probably can tell. Yeah, but if there was anything in my life that I was scarily obsessed with was SpongeBob. I don't have any merch because I kind of gave it all away. I wasn't over SpongeBob, but I had too many stuff on him and I had to get rid of him. Sadly, I wish I kept at least one thing for memories. SpongeBob was the biggest show that I adored. The idea of SpongeBob gave me on how to be optimistic helped a little in like my core optimistic persona. I think it qualified it, even personified it, even more so. And it's an important skill to have. The seasons of season 4 and beforehand are one of my favorite seasons in television. Even I'd say that even now, because even now I get a lot of adult jokes that I didn't understand way back in the day. Like pancakes, still great. Chocolate nuts. I tried it. And that's all I can really say that I do, and that's the most important thing, is to try and attempt. That's the important thing. Next to Indiana Jones, SpongeBob was really my hero. A sponge. I looked up to a sponge. I mean, if I looked up to a sponge, is it possible I became a sponge? I mean, I soak up all the domestic insults that I get in life. And I soak up all the hate I get at me, and I just squeeze it, and when I rinse myself, I just rinse it out and absorb everything else. I don't know what I was going with. Now, the second sort of thing, movie or TV show that I loved in my childhood, that I still rarely love even now today, on my soda list is it's Star Wars. But I was introduced to Star Wars through what I think how everyone should be introduced to Star Wars, through the original trilogy, and that is just one of the most perfect set of 3 movies there will ever be. I mean, there are other great trilogies, but those movies are just great. Are they flawed? Heck, to the yes. But they're still near and dear to my heart. I just love it. I just love it. I mean, I make a whole series based off of one of the characters from the new movies. Lux, I mean, he's his own person. The whole franchise, including the prequels, is how I look at how to build a world for a movie. Star Wars sparked my love of sci-fi in general. I love sci-fi, all thanks to Star Wars. Nothing can beat it. Nothing can beat it. Wow, this turned much longer than I was expecting to, but that's okay. I love talking, and I love talking to you guys, and I want to do more of that. So we're going to continue with the last sort of final number one spot on my sort of list of my favorite movies and TV shows that I loved in my childhood, that some I still do now. The final one is Disney/Pixar. I think this is the case for everyone's childhood. Disney has been around, like, it started with Mickey Mouse cartoons. In terms of movies, starting with Snow White, which came out around the 30s. I don't know, I wasn't there. But it started there, with Snow White, and that sparked a whole oomph of sparking everyone's great childhood. Disney has stuck around for me so long, and it's the biggest thing that I even love now, and even when I'm 30, 40, or 50, I'm still gonna love. Love to the amount of how I love it now, where it's concerning. Probably not, but I'll still love it. I'll probably keep all of the merch. Will I have all the merch that I have now? I don't know, but I still love it so dearly. When it comes to Pixar, since I was born in '97, Toy Story came out in 1995. There is this character that I love so dearly. I remember, do you have a picture? Yeah, a picture of one Halloween when I dressed up as Woody. Woody was all the rage for me. But not just Woody, there was another character later in my youth, my toddler youth years, that I also dressed up. Get ready for cute. Get ready for cute, the cutest thing you've ever seen. Mike Wazowski, holy cow, the loady, I was a little scamp when Pixar first started, and when, like, it resonated first with children and families and everyone across the globe, and that was such a great experience. And I'm glad I was born in the late 90s to experience that firsthand on when Pixar was just starting out. I will never stop loving Disney, and I think that's the case for a lot of people out there. Disney and even Pixar is that wonderful. Gets that. Anyway, guys, I was hoping that this would be shorter, but there's just so much to talk about because I love this topic. I loved my childhood. I really I love being youthful, and it's such a great discussion to talk about, like reminiscing about, like, nostalgia, what I loved as a little kid, and see what kind of stuff I still enjoy. And, like, by doing this video, I saw that there's a lot, but now I want to hear what you guys think. What you had to say about this kind of topic. What movies or TV shows, video games even too, go down below in the comment section below and discuss this. Anyway, I think that's it. If you want to hit me up and reach out to me, I have a Twitter account, and I also have an Instagram account that is Joe Maben. And it's gonna be hard to remember that, but do your best, and I think you can do it. I also have a Snapchat that I believe is either, I'm not gonna check my phone, my phone's right there, but I think it'll take the video much longer than it needs to. Just check what my username on Snapchat is. But I have a Snapchat account that is Joe MM that you can look up, and you can find me there. Anyway, guys, that's it. Thank you for watching this video. I want to do more stuff like this where I talk about personal stuff to me that I hope that you guys relate to, that we can get a discussion going, because I love talking about this stuff. Movies or TV shows, pop culture, nerd. I love talking about it, and I want to continue to talk. That is it, you guys. I'm Log On for 11, and I will see you in my next video. Ugh.